So a lot of people have accused me of taking money to talk about AMC, that I'm paid by the hedge funds. Well, there's one very, very fundamental flaw with this idea. And now I'm going to talk about that in this video. We're also going to talk about AMC, talk about where the price is and how AMC, there is not one time frame on the chart that is bullish for AMC. What? I don't understand it. How is that even possible? I've seen a lot of stocks that are crashing down that, normally you could find one time frame that you're like, oh, well, this looks like it, it looks a little bullish. There's not one time frame on the AMC chart that looks bullish today. We're going to talk about it right here in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Patrick here, live from my mom's basement trailer on the hills in Hawaii. Mom, turn off the mute. No, Mom. Sorry, my mom, she never listens. I told her that I'm trying to make a YouTube video about AMC so I can make some money today, but she just never listened. And I'm gonna make a video tomorrow as well, talking about how I will be getting short on AMC. I'm going to start giving people a little bit of heads up because I'm like, hey, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of heads up before I officially become short the stock. In the next 72 to 48 hours, I will officially become short the stock here on AMC. Really, there's this big conspiracy theory that hedge funds, people are basically creating these theories that YouTubers, that I'm being paid, other YouTubers are being paid by hedge funds. I can basically debunk that entire idea just with one simple answer. Are you ready? Mom, I'm trying to get these thin walls here in the trailer. Whoa, they're gonna fall over just by hitting it. But the answer is very simple, guys. If a hedge fund, let's just say a hedge fund reached out to me and they were like, hey, we'll pay you, I don't know, $10,000 to make videos about, oh gosh, I think this might be a hedge fund calling me right now, actually. Oh, I had emails, and I had the whole deal, and then they were going to send me a contract, like, hey, this is the amount of videos you got to do, blah, blah, blah. Do you guys know how valuable that email or that contract or any type of agreement with a hedge fund would be for me personally? Do you know how valuable that would be? The idea that they're going to be able to pay me $10,000 to make hit pieces on AMC, which, $10,000 seems like a lot of money for some people. But guys, if a hedge fund was actually dumb enough to reach out to a YouTuber to basically admit that they're going to try to pay me to manipulate the stock, do you know how valuable that information would be? I could go and make millions and millions of dollars exposing that said hedge fund. I could go, on the news. I could probably have a movie written about me. I could probably go to the Senate hearing. I could become super famous if a said hedge fund actually reached out to me. So that right there debunks any theory that a hedge fund is paying me or anyone is paying me to talk about AMC negatively. Even me, Patrick Wieland, the guy who just all he cares about is money, even he might actually expose the hedge funds for trying to pay me to make videos about AMC. So that right there debunks any conspiracy theory that any YouTuber is being paid by a hedge fund in general. Because like I said, having that information that a hedge fund was willing to pay me, that right there would basically be worth so much more than any amount of money, because it would literally just, it'd be like having a nuclear bomb in terms of this whole movement with AMC. We've got millions and millions of people behind AMC at this point. So if I had information like that, do you not? Yeah, I guess I'm really getting deep here, but that's pretty much my answer to why that would never happen, and that's why it isn't happening, and why I'm not getting paid by any hedge funds at this point. You guys can let me know down in the comments below. People are still probably going to believe that I'm being paid, but I'm not. And I wish. When looking at these time frames on AMC, when looking at the different time frames, right now we're looking at the 30-minute time frame. So you've got the 200, the 100, and the 50 there, the moving averages on the chart. Now, like I said, looking at the 30-minute time frame here, there is nothing bullish about this time frame other than the fact that we have bounced off of that $31 area multiple times. But like I said in other videos, when those support areas are tested multiple times, normally what happens is, well, you get the breakthrough. Now, I will be honest, like I said, I am looking to get short the stock here in the future, and I would love to see another squeeze back up here to the $40, $50 area. I'll take $50. Like, if this thing somehow rockets to 50, I would be very, very excited to buy some puts at that point because the premium would just be beautiful, and I would get a much better price. But I'll be happy with 40. So I'm hoping over the next few days here with AMC, we do get a bounce back up to the $40 area. That would, like I said, kind of hold at 31 here, bounce to 40 again, and then we get the roll off. But on the 30-minute, we have, like I said, it's just not bullish by any means. You can see the time frame. This thing's just been rolling off basically all the way since, what, we'll say June 21st, when that last attempt of breaking through that $64, $65 area and getting denied. Look at the hourly chart, same thing. Nothing bullish other than the fact that I guess, I'll give you this. The fact that it's holding that $31 area is somewhat bullish. But it really, like I said, the more and more that it sits there and tests that area, the better the chance that it breaks through. Very similar to what Bitcoin is doing right now at that $31,000, $32,000 area. It keeps retesting that $31,000, $32,000 area. And well, right now it's at 30,000. So just to give you an idea, the more and more that it tests that area of support, the better the chance that it does break through there at some. Looking at the hourly chart again, you can see the moving averages. The trend is pretty clear ever since June 29th. The stock has just been plummeting ever since. Well, you've had a couple of bounces. And that's the thing too. I said in another video recently, I talked about this. Guys, even when the stock is, heading lower, when it's heading lower in the overall movement here, there's going to be bounces. The stock's going to get overly extended to the downside, being oversold to the downside, and buyers will come in thinking that they're buying the dip, and you're going to get that price action that's going to push it back to that moving average. But if you can see here, looking back into the 1st of July, the stock basically got below the moving averages here and has not been able to get back above the moving averages ever since. And look at that price action as well. You had some days where the stock just kept it just kept bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. We've had some pullbacks to the moving average, but in general, the stock has not really given us any sign of being bullish since that break below the moving average there on the hourly chart. Now, let's go to the 4-hour chart. It's the same idea as well. You can see that retest of the moving averages. You've got the moving averages crossing for the first time. You can see when the stock was moving higher, you had the red line being the 200 moving average there. You had the 200 moving average, that red line basically showing, where the stock is moving, the trend. And guess what? We had the cross. We had that one crossing. We're going to have this one crossing on the 4-hour. It's not looking good on the 4-hour either. I mean, it's looking again, but that's why I would like to see, like I said, that push back up to the $44, $40 area. That would give me an opportunity to buy those puts that I want to buy at a much better price. So I'm totally fine if this does squeeze back up to the $40 area. I think that would kind of be a legitimate move at this point, kind of just bouncing off that $31 area again. We push to 40, and then we get the next dip below $30 from there. So that's the 4-hour chart. On the daily chart, the moving averages are obviously going to be a little bit, different here. We still got the 200 moving average down there at the $20 area. We've got the 100 moving average there at the 29, and then we've got the 50 up here at the $38, $40 area. So again, that's why I'm looking to see, okay, that's why I think that $40 area is a very good target to kind of push back up, bounce off of this area here, push to 40, and then continue to roll off after that. So that's the daily chart. Like I said, there's really no time frame that looks super bullish at this point. And that's funny because normally, I will say, normally it's easy to kind of find a chart, draw some lines on there, look at the moving averages, and then kind of be like, hey, this is bullish. It's easy to do that normally. But here with AMC, it's just almost impossible to look at this and be like, hey, this is bullish. This is bullish. Well, I just don't see it. And the thing is, you got to remember here too, this is a game, right? This is a game of chess. Stocks, the market. I know everyone, out there is talking about dark pools and FTDs and synthetic shares and all of these, all these fugazi things. At the end of the day, there is no proof. There is no proof other than what the apes are claiming, that there's this massive amount of manipulation with the naked shorting and all of this stuff. There's no actual proof of that. There's no there's no actual hard evidence. There's theories. There's numbers. There's websites that show the FTDs. There's all these different things showing numbers, but nothing is actually like proven up to this point yet. There hasn't been an actual legitimate proof that there are millions and hundreds and billions of millions and gazillions of naked shorts out there. There is no actual proof of that other than basically trades, and Matt Kors and these guys on YouTube basically just screaming that there is naked shorts. Mom, quit it. She thought I was talking to her, but I told her I'm not talking to her. So again, looking at the chart here, guys, like I said, I want to see this push back to 40 because that would then give me an opportunity to get short. I think that $40 area being that previous bit of support there, that's the thing too, is if this pushes back up to that previous support area being that $40 area, you can see it touched there, it touched there, it touched there. That $40 area was previously support. If that then turns into resistance, meaning this pushes back up, it gets stuck, and then it rolls off again, that's going to be a very, very bearish sign. That's very bearish. Very, 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 very bearish at that point. So that's what I'm hoping happens. It pushes to 40, I can get puts, and then it sells below 30, and then I'm a millionaire at that point. Probably not a millionaire, but again, I hope this gives you guys a little bit more of an understanding of where I'm at personally. I am looking to start a position in the stock. I am looking to get short. Like, you know, all these videos that I've been making, everyone thinks I'm just making them to troll, you know, to troll trades, which the guy looks like a troll. But people, you know, they get upset when I talk about other people. But guys, we're all adults here, right? This isn't about, like, you know, making fun of each other and stuff like that. I made these videos knowing, you know, the reaction that I was going to get from the people, knowing what it would lead to. And, you know, it's all been very kind of well executed up to this point. And this is now that I have the attention of a lot of apes out there and people watching, now, you know, we can get serious and we can talk about what's actually going on here with the stock. And looking at the chart, I always say, you know, at the end of the day, the chart doesn't lie. Even though people on the internet believe that the chart is lying and there is a real price and, you know, the dark pools are controlling the price, that the actual price of AMC is $100 right now, that it's, you know, someone out there, I don't really understand exactly what the whole, you know, idea is here. But in general, looking at the chart, looking at the price right now, what is going on? We broke through that support of the $40 area. We've retested that support area on this candle there. It got denied. That might be the only retest of that area. This could then just continue to dip lower. Like I said, I would really, really love to see another retest of that $40 area. And then at that point, you know, if you are long, if you bought the stock at the $30 area, again, this is not financial advice, but if it can't break back above 40 here, if it can't get going again, then that's going to be obviously a very bearish sign, and that's at the point that I'm be looking to buy puts on the stock. So that's what we got going on. That's the idea here for my trade on AMC and why I keep talking about it, because, you know, I'm trying to educate my friends and people out there. I don't really, maybe no one actually cares what I have to say, but, you know, just trying to get some money here on YouTube so that I can buy more puts and then I can make more money. So there it is. If you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about these idea that I'm not being paid by the hedge funds? And also, what do you think about the chart? Like I said, that support turning into resistance is just not a very good sign at all. It's not bullish on any time frames. I just don't know at this point, how can you be bullish on a stock that just is not showing any type of bullish momentum at this point? So, and I see people commenting, you know, like how they bought the stock at $8 and they're still up, you know, massively 300%. And hey, congratulations. At no point throughout this whole entire process have I said that the trade on AMC, you know, from the $2, $3 area to $70 was not a beautiful trade by any means. That's congratulations. But the problem is now the people who bought at the $2, $10 area, at what point do they start to like think about like, hey, it might be time to take profit? You know, it might be time to like be like, hey, let's cash in on this cash cow before this cash cow drains all of its milk and it's back down to the $10 area. So that's the question that we have to really kind of wonder, you know, at what point do the apes who bought at the $8, $2, $10 area start taking profit? Or do they, you know, I've seen some guys say they're going to hold it forever, and that's totally fine. Remember, if the company goes bankrupt, which again, I can't say, you know, like it's going to go bankrupt for sure, but if the company were to go bankrupt, the ordinary shareholders will receive nothing.
First off, the debt holders get paid, the bond holders get paid. The ordinary shareholders are the person who's going to get paid last, basically. So, yeah, don't think that you can just hold this forever. This is not a stock you can just hold for the rest of your life and you're going to get rich. It's just not that simple, especially, like I said, if there's an idea, a looming bankruptcy, it will not be good for ordinary shareholders. It will not be good for the ape army. So remember, at the end of the day, this is all about money. It's not about feelings. It's not about being personal or, you hating me or me hating you. I don't hate anyone. That's the thing. I want to make it very clear. Anyone who comments on my channel saying that I'm fat, I'm ugly, I live in my mom's trailer, blah, 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 it's totally fine with me. The hate, the dislikes, the views, it all is contributing to my success in the future. And well, here we are today. I'm living in Hawaii. I'm living the dream. I'm doing what I want to do every day. Hopefully you're doing what you want to do every day. And again, it's not about if I can say you're happy or not. I'm happy. I'm living the dream. And that's all it's about. So hopefully you guys can get some type of information from this. If you are bullish, if you think the stock is going to go higher, that's totally great. It's great to see both sides of the coin. Or, well, it's great to see both sides of the trade. So there it is, AMC. I'm not being paid. I'm not getting money from hedge funds. And, well, the stock is not bullish. So it's very simple. Two very simple answers today for you guys. I'll talk to you guys later on.